Hello everyone, this is an AFK course plant farm that works in Minecraft 1.11. It's AFK and it is very compact. It takes up a 9 wide, 7 deep, and 10 block tall area, so insanely compact. I'm pretty sure there's no other farm that's this compact. And it produces about 45 coarse fruit per hour, which is not much, but it's a lot for a farm this size. It uses some of the 1.11 mechanics, and here's how you AFK with this. First you climb up this ladder, and you stand right here. This coarse plant is most likely going to be grown by then, because most of your time is going to be spent up here. Then you just aim your crossbar at the tip of the texture for the coarse fruit, or coarse flower in this case, and hold down both right and left click. The item that you are holding has to be something that has no right clickable action, and it also can't be a tool like an axe, because otherwise you can end up breaking that coarse flower before it has a chance to grow. So things like a blaze rod that has no right clickable action, so it's acceptable. It's acceptable for this. The way this works is that it first sorts out the coarse flowers after you break it, and it goes through a a glass elevator all the way up to here, where it's passed back to you. And while it's doing that, this piston right here retracts, allowing the water to wash away the rest of the plant. And once that's done washing away, this piston contraption here lowers you down so that you can plant another flower to be replanted. Now, coarse flowers can be infuriatingly slow, and I have a solution to that. Using the game rule of a random tick speed, you can really crank up the efficiency on this. See how fast that grew? And once you get past a level of 300, the thing that slows you down the most is actually the redstone. So, see, it grows pretty much instantly, and at this point, you're pretty much being raised and lowered all the time. I have also integrated a foolproof system for when you don't, for some reason, plant a coarse flower, or while you're breaking it, the item lands on top of the plant, because it requires for it to land in the hoppers to work. So, the way you do it is you swap sides and drop one coarse flower in there. And then you get back to AFK. See? Nice and easy. Now, if you get stuck down here for some reason, then you can use the same strategy. Just wait for this thing to lower. Okay. Wait for this to lower. And then you just ride it on the way up. Nice and easy. Let's suppose something like this happened, where you broke the coarse flower, but for some reason it landed on top of the stem. So, like that. What you would do in this case is, once again, you swap hands and drop one in there. Now the way that's kind of a disaster for the system, because as you can see, it fires twice. So, and sometimes other times if you end up dropping more down there. So this is when it gets kind of useful, when you can just do this and drop one down there, and then as you lower it down, you plant another coarse flower. So that's how you would fix that kind of problem. It is very rare for that to happen, but it can happen. I should note that if you're building this, then this bounding box comes up 10 blocks, but there is kind of a unstated, there's a requirement that you do not place any blocks above this hopper like this. It would break the glass elevator and you're not going to get any of the quartz flowers back. Also, this farm is designed so that the plant does not branch off anywhere. So as you can see, it just grows nice and straight all the time. What this means is that the number of quartz flowers that you bring into the farm is going to be the same number that you bring out. So no loss, but also no gain. No gain at all. I should note that this storage chest right here is intentionally outside this bounding box because it is technically not required, but it is. I'm assuming that this is where you're going to be putting your storage system for the quartz plants, like a shulker box loader or whatever suits your fancy. Whatever you choose to put in there, it's just outside of this bounding box and not going to be considered for the materials list. To build this farm, you need a platform that is 9 wide and 7 deep, and these are the materials that you will need. These can be random blocks, and it's a rough estimate. Let's see. These ladders, they're not required. This sign can be a ladder instead. It just holds the water back in the growing chamber. This glass, it doesn't have to be glass. It can be any block because it's a glass elevator and it's magic. I do not understand how they work, but it's an intentional change, so chances are that it's not going to break. These are droppers, and these are comparators and repeaters. These melons, they don't have to be melons. They can be any immovable block whatsoever, such as furnaces, obsidian. I prefer melons because they show up better. So, now that you have these materials, let's get started. Let's place the crucial endstone, because without it, this farm's not going to work at all. So, starting from this corner right here, go 2 blocks to 2 blocks this way, 2 blocks back, and 4 blocks up. This last endstone you keep, the rest of it you can remove. And there you go. After that, come out a few blocks and place a ring of hoppers around it. Just like that. And past this ring of hoppers, this is where you put your storage system. Next, we need to build up the growing chamber. So come diagonal like this and make a little rim around these hoppers. Just like this. Right here, you need another hopper and a sign. Over here, break those 2 blocks, place a piston like that, place 2 more blocks, and make a little, and case it like that, and place some water right in there. And it should not flow anywhere. It should just stay in this little kind of beginning of a growing chamber. Next, cut off the corners of this bottom part of the growing chamber and make this little diamond shape, including over this piston, and build this shape up a total of 4 blocks. So just like this. And then cover it up. And right in the middle, place a glowstone. This is to light up the chamber. You don't want mobs spawning in here while you're away, because once you get AFK, because otherwise, if you come back to get ready to AFK, you might come in with a rather nasty surprise. I would recommend blocking off this water, because otherwise it's going to get pretty annoying fairly quickly. So now, we need to change this out with glass, part of the sign, because it's actually part of the glass elevator. And I'm using glass for the entire elevator. Now we need to make the contraption that lifts and lowers you down. So to do that, come over one with the glass, or whatever material you're using for the item elevator. Place 3 melons, and this will signify where you should start with the slime blocks for the contraption. So place 3 slime blocks like that. Place a block of any kind, and then you need 3 sticky pistons, all facing down, facing these slime blocks. So to test it out, just get some sort of redstone power source and do that. So it should be done in such a way where you can walk without jumping from these hoppers to the contraption. If that's what's going on, then you did it correctly. And make sure you break those redstone power sources from bottom to top, or else it's going to be a bit of a mess when we're doing the redstone. Next, we need to place the dropper that actually passes the quartz flour back to you. So to do that, place a block there and a dropper facing this one block that you're standing on for the contraption. Place a block across of it, like that. And go right ahead and wall this off. And this block right here is where you can place your ladder or staircase or whatever it is, however you're going to get up. So this is where your platform is going to be to get up to the top of this. Next, we need to place in the glass elevator. So to do that, place a hopper on top of this dropper and another hopper just like that. And this is actually perfect because using this hopper, you can tell right where the dropper for the bottom part of the glass elevator is going to go. You just come down here to the platform, and this dropper is 1 block up from the platform, and then just cover the entire thing in with glass. If you don't have enough glass, don't worry, some of it, we're going to have to break some of it in order to fit the rest of the contraption. So for now, fill this entire thing with glass. I made a bit of a mistake. The dropper is actually 2 blocks above the platform, not 1. This is important because we need the hoppers that come out of the item sorter. So to do that, place a hopper that goes sideways like this, and then from this dropper, go 2 blocks out with the hoppers, come back 3 blocks, and then come back another 2 blocks, like this, making this kind of S shape. And this is important because there needs to be redstone over in this area. Alright, it's time to get all this random bits strewn together with some redstone. To start off, place a block like this and a comparator facing in the same direction as this hopper. Place a block in front of that comparator and come down diagonally like that. Then come down diagonally again, like that, and up. So it should make this weird little kind of sort of donut shape. Place 2 redstone like that, a repeater facing into this block, and a redstone torch. This is your item elevator. So now place an observer block right there. The face should be watching this redstone very attentively. Then place a block in front of this, in front of the flashy bit, and come down 1 and place a repeater. Set that to 4 ticks. Coming up 2 diagonals like this, place 2 redstone. Then we need a bit of a platform over here because we need a pulse lengthener. So place 2 comparators, one facing one way and the other facing the other way, and redstone connecting them, just like that. This pulse lengthener is important because it allows for the water to wash out the crops and also wash out the plant, and also allows for this machine to move you down and allow you to plant. So this is kind of the master pulse lengthener right here. While we're at it, might as well rig up this item elevator. So come down a diagonal like that. Might have to break some to get this comparator in. And then come up a block, place redstone on that, and then place an observer block right there. So you should hear a click from the dropper. That's a good thing. Means that it's almost working properly now. Now, I'm going to add this bit over here. It might not make sense at first until you run into the same strange problem that I was having. So, if you place a block in there, it should send it up and into this dropper right here. Now, there's a chance that while you're AFKing, this dropper might not actually fire off. And that's bad because that means they'll just be building up in here, and they're not going to be, it's not going to be giving you back the course flowers. So I added this system in here, so that way that problem is fixed. If you do not run into this problem, then you can just at all, over many courses, many times of going AFK, many hours specifically, then you can remove this tiny little section and you would have saved a repeater and 3 redstone. Otherwise, leave it there and it'll save you a lot of grief later. Next, you need some more immovable blocks. Place one here and another one here. Now, break this bit of glass and place a repeater. Set that to 4 ticks. Place a repeater here. Set that to 3 ticks. And place a repeater here. Leave it on default ticks. Now, place a block up from each of these repeaters. And break some more glass and place another repeater here. Set this to 4 ticks. Place another block there and another block here. Place 2 more repeaters. Leave both of those on default ticks. This is to stop the items from escaping this glass elevator while still keeping the delay necessary for this contraption to work. Connect it all up with redstone. Just like that. Next, we need to activate this piston when it detects that a plant has been broken. So to do that, come down a block like that and place a redstone torch there. But before you do that, make sure you remove the thing that stopped the water before, because otherwise it's gonna push stuff out of the way, and that's bad. So now place a redstone torch like that. It should extend this piston, and there should be no water in this growing chamber, except for that bit visible right there. Next, come down diagonally a block from this redstone torch, place a repeater like that, come up a block, and then come over until you run into this bit of redstone right here. Place a repeater right here, and connect this up with redstone right here. Now, we need to actually connect this pulse lengthener to the water, so place a block here, and 2 more blocks like that, 2 redstone, and there you go. Next, we need to place the redstone that connects it up to here, that connects this pulse lengthener to this contraption. So place a redstone torch here, place another block, and then a block on top of that. Now comes this delayer that's needed in order for this contraption to lower you down after the water has been removed from the chamber, because otherwise the newly planted flowers will get broken immediately. If you have the random tick speed cranked up to insanity, then you're probably not going to need this, and you could probably just get away with that. But if you are playing on vanilla and you don't have cheats, or the random tick speed is not cranked up to insane levels, then you need to do this. Place a redstone torch on the side here, place a block, and a repeater, set that to 4 ticks, another repeater, also on 4 ticks, come up a block, place a redstone torch, a block, another redstone torch, and then connect it up to here, and place 3 more repeaters, all set to 4 ticks. Just like this. We're almost done. Break 3 glass right here, place a solid block there. You need a comparator right there. Get redstone, place it right there, and take this observer block, and like that, it should be observing this redstone, and should be powering this dropper. So if you place an item in here, it should dispense it to you. And chances are it's going to fire off twice, because that's just how observer blocks work. So you're pretty much done. One last thing you gotta do is break this glass, replace it with with an immovable block, because otherwise the slime blocks are gonna pick it up. And last but not least, you need to actually get this item filter to work. So place 4 coarse flowers just like that, and place 18 in this slot right here. Once you do that, get your remaining however many coarse flowers you have, and the item that does not have a right-clickable action, stand right here, and it's time to AFK. So go ahead and activate the farm. Whoops, I aimed wrong. So try again. There you go. And now you can start AFKing and getting coarse food. Alright, this has been the Minecraft coarse food farm for Minecraft 1.11. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know. And I hope you had fun building it, and enjoy all the coarse food that you're gonna get from this. Bye!